Hey guys, so welcome back to Lex Reads. So in today's video, we are actually going to be spending the weekend together. I'm going to be doing a weekend vlog. I have some fun things planned this weekend, and of course I want to share it with you guys. Also, I want to share what I am reading because I just finished a book today. First of all, I'm really excited because I have to actually put it in now, but for Goodreads, I have officially met my goal. My reading goal this year was 50 books, and I made it, which I'm very proud of myself. But the book that I finished today. Okay, first of all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be hanging out this weekend. Okay, now let's get back to the book that I just finished today, y'all. Okay, y'all know I've been on my Tiffany D Jackson kick. Y'all know I get on my kicks. And I finished today, allegedly. I am outdone when it comes to this book. I have so many questions. And I'm just like, wait, what? They were not lying when they said that ending will trip you out. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, of course. But if y'all have read that book, that ending though, this woman can write. This woman can write, okay? And for a person that is just not gung ho when it comes to thrillers and horror and mysteries, she has turned my whole view when it comes to thriller books and when it comes to horror books, because I did read this book last year, The Weight of the Blood, and this is a horror novel, but it doesn't feel like a horror novel. And y'all know I can't take nothing scary, okay? This is psychological, and I sometimes can like a little bit of the psychological thrillers sometimes, because that it go real deep. I mean, it's psychological, right? But this, oh, it trips you out. Mary trips you out. Yeah, this book it's a lot. I don't want to read it again because when I was driving back home, I was thinking, which one do I like better when it comes to the scammer or this? I think I prefer this one a little bit better because this is so heavy, and this is heavy too. But the fact that you have a young black girl when she was 9 years old, allegedly murdered a 3-month old white baby. And then when you get into the nitty gritty of Mary's life and all of the, you know, verbal and mental and physical abuse, and whew, it's a lot. It is a lot. This is a book you do, I would say, have to get your mind right, because some of the stuff that goes on when it comes to some of these girls that live in that home, like a group home. And I think why this also hit home to me a little bit is right after college, I did home health aid for years. And my first time I did home health aid, I was working in a group home. And we had, how many clients I had? That group home had 3 men and 2 women. And it ranged from, one boy was about 24 all the way to an older man. He was about in his 60s. And um, most of them were mentally challenged. I had one, um, he was not verbal. I had one that was verbal, but his mind was not all the way there. He was mentally challenged. You would say like mentally retarded. I had another girl. She also was mentally retarded. I had a younger girl. She was, oh, her situation was really, really bad. She got in a group home because her, is it grandmother or mother, they couldn't control her, and she would go online and meet men and do sexual favors. And I think also she got in trouble when it came to the law, so she was a juvie. And then after she became legal, she was, when I worked with her, she was about 21, 22. but yeah, it was a lot. And I just remember when I was reading this book, I was thinking about that home I worked in, because I've done, when I can tell you, when it comes to home health aid, I have done hospice, nursing homes. I've done home health aid, like in the home. Um, I think the only thing I haven't worked with has been children. I've done, elderly, I've done young, and like the youngest person I think I've done is probably like 18, 19. But it just made me think about, working in that group home and how they had a lot of restrictions, even though most of those people that in that group home I work with, they were, mentally challenged. Um, but I instantly thought about that young girl that I had. I often think about her because, again, her situation, it was a lot. This book, it's heavy. It's heavy. And then also, it's not a spoiler, Mary is 15 at the time, and she becomes pregnant, and she like, oh Lord, they're gonna take my baby away because of the crime that I allegedly committed. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. And they say this is what, a YA book. This was a lot for a YA book. If I had kids, I wouldn't want my, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't want my 13, 14, 15, 16-year old to read this. 17 is maybe the 17 is, maybe the limit and older, but I personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable for a 13-year-old to read this book. Growing up, I would have never been allowed to read this. I couldn't even read Harry Potter. Like, my aunts didn't play, okay? Because again, this has some heavy topics, and not only that, it's, some curse words and some sexual, you know, aspects. It's not like heavily sexualized, obviously, because it's, targeted to YA, but I just don't think I would be comfortable having, if I had a preteen. No, baby, you can't read this. Not yet. This fantastic read. I'm going to give this 5 stars because it kept you on your toes, just like this one kept you on your toes. Now, I am currently charging my Kobo because I have, this is still charging. Um, because I have what is that book called? Lord, I keep on forgetting that title. Blood in the Water. And I'm thinking about reading that one next, but then y'all, after I had finished Allegedly, right? I went straight to TikTok to see, okay, wait, did I like read this right? But I was watching but I started watching some reviews of people ranking her books and all of that. And for some reason, Grown has kind of caught my attention. I did watch about a year ago Kayla's Bookish Vibes. She did a author taste test on Tiffany D Jackson, and she read Allegedly, Monday's Not Coming, and Grown. And from those three books that she read, Grown was her least favorite. Kind of inspired, or I don't know if it's kind of inspired, but I know she said in the book, Tiffany D Jackson at the end was saying like, this book is not about R. Kelly, because it's about like grooming. And if y'all know the story with R. Kelly and Ali, I mean, everybody and their mama know that. So she said it also made her like heavily uncomfortable. That one sound intriguing. And then y'all, I could beat myself for this being nosy. This is what I get. So so after reading Allegedly, I said, you know what? I do want to maybe read Monday's Not Coming, because at first I was kind of leery because when it deals with black kids missing, no, anything when it deals with black children and they're getting, hurt or traumatized, it really it really gets at me, right? Y'all. And I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that didn't read it, but I saw a picture of, you know, a woman that was loosely inspired, by the book. And I said, oh, I already know what happened. And I really know what happened because that case actually happened in Michigan. So, yeah. So I already know the tea. And, oh, I could just beat myself because I said, oh, I would have never guessed that. You know what I mean? But now that I know that it was inspired I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy that because I'm already gonna know what happens to the child. Bit of a bummer, but that's my fault because yeah, I shouldn't have opened that video. And yeah, it just told all the tea. But that's okay because she has a good amount of books that I can get to. So with Grown, I was gonna physically buy it, but I said no. It is available. The last time I checked, it was available on Kindle Unlimited, and I have that. But I'm thinking I should maybe do Blood in the Water and then Grown. Um, it looks like lately I have been on a thriller kick. Actually, our book club pick for Lex Reads this month is a thriller. It is the new book that Nick Stone came out, Boomtown, which I'm like, girl, you need to get that cracking. But I'm just right now, I'm on a Tiffany D Jackson high, okay? And I don't want to come off of it. I do think right now it looks like my next read is going to be her first middle grade book, which is Blood in the Water. Oh, and okay, they got a lot on her books on Kindle Unlimited. That's good because you know what? Just in case if I like the book, then I'll get it. Just like I did with the Scammer, I wanted a physical copy because even though I have these, e-readers or whatever, y'all know I'm still physical copy, tangible book person. I will never ever get away from that. I just like the feeling, the textile experience of reading the book, turning the pages, and all of that. Um, I would say the one thing I do like about the Kobolds and the Kindles, the e-readers, is it you tend to read them fast, and I think because of like the screen, what I told myself is, if I really want to have a copy of the book, I'll just, get it. And if I don't, I don't. But yeah, guys, I am going to stop rambling now because what is it? It's Friday night. I want to just relax. Well, I've been relaxing, obviously, but I want to take my shower, just get ready for bed because tomorrow I'm so excited. I'm going to, and I'll take you guys along, obviously. I'm going to a candle making class. We're going to make candles. I think they also have, like, you can do room sprays, you can do detergents, perfumes, lotions. I think I just want to do a candle. I don't know yet, but again, y'all see. I'll be really excited for this weekend, and I'm just so geeked that I'm on another kick, and it's such a great kick. I'm loving Tiffany D Jackson. You guys are so right about the Scammer and Weight of the Blood and allegedly, and even Monday's Not Coming. Even though I haven't read the book, but I know the tea. I just again, that's like literally someone telling me, the ending of the movie. I'm like not going to enjoy it because again, I know all the tea. So yeah, that sucks, but it's okay. It is okay. Okay, you guys, real quick, I'm about to get ready to head out in these streets, but I want to tell you guys that I started the Blood in the Water. Yeah, Blood in the Water by Tiffany D Jackson. Already love it. I didn't realize that this was a short book. It says 135 pages. So I hope that I can finish this over the weekend. If I don't, I don't. If I do, great. But last night when I was in the bathtub, I was watching some interviews of Tiffany D. Jackson. You guys know when I get immersed in a new author, I like to also watch interviews, of them talking about, their books and their process. And I was watching an interview that she did with another gentleman when she was talking about this book because this book just came out in July. Which can we just give her props that she came out with a book in July and then came out with a book in October. I mean, writing like nobody's business, right? But she was saying that she went to school for film, and I'm like, that's why her books they feel so like cinematic. You feel like you're in a you feel like you're watching a movie. When she said that, I said, "Oh, that makes sense. That honestly makes sense because in the three books that I've read so far by her, like again, they feel like movies. For example, like The Scammer, I felt like I was at Fraser University. I could see the dorm room. I could see the way the girls look, just everything. Love when authors can do that, and not a lot of authors can do that. I would say one author that can do that well also is Sadiqa Johnson. Girl, her writing is so good where you can like smell things that she is, writing about, like with the Yellow Wife. If you guys know, if you guys have read that book, when she gets to the jail, the way that she describes the way that smell is and that stench, girl, it is much. Then I also watched an interview of, what's the book she wrote about, like the haunted house, the white smoke or something like that. I might pick that up too. Again, I'm gonna read it on Kindle Unlimited because it's like four of her books that are available on Kindle Unlimited. And I believe that is one of them. I think after I read The Weight of, I think after I read Blood in the Water, it looks like I might want to get to Grown. I think I might want to get to Grown. So yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. I will be going in a minute. I had to get dressed. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll get this one.
I can smell the apple more.
Yeah, now I smell more apple.
Mhm.
Okay. So I did 7 of that one, Beth, you said?
7 and 3, yeah. Well, you smell it, yeah, make sure you like it.
What you looking for?
I'm looking for vanilla.
That sitting in my window, that was my Halloween decoration.
There you go.
So now I put my skull away, and I have a little...
Okay, guys. So I think the last time you guys saw me, I was at the candle making class, which if you guys have never done a candle making class, please do it. I saw it on TikTok and it was so much fun, you guys. And the one that we went to, I'll put all the information down below of the place. And they make not only candles, but you can do body sprays, you can do lotion, bath bombs, what else? Body scrubs, room sprays, linen sprays. I think detergent, they like everything, body oils. I think the next one, I do want to try a body oil because y'all know how much I love my body oils. But I also want to try a room spray. Like the scent that I was going for was like a clean house type of vibe. And also I wanted a hint of vanilla because y'all know I love vanilla. But you do have to wait a day. They do say on the website like, oh, you can wait 3 hours and it'll be ready. But like the lady said today, sometimes that's not possible. So they always say the best bet is to come like the next day. And so I'm probably gonna go, I'll do it on Monday since I'll be, in that area because it was only like 30-something minutes away from me. But yeah, so excited. And I'll show you guys the candle. Well, you guys saw the vase or the like color of the candle I got. The like vase of it was just pink, of course, because I might probably put it in here. I want to see how it smells in the living room. I wanted to at least put it in here because it is pink. And if you guys have not done a like candle making class, or you can make fragrances or anything like that, please do. It is so fun. I'm so glad that I went, had such a great time. And I like things like that. Y'all know, like smell goods and oils and all of that. Love it. So yeah, went there and I've been back for a while. Went out to eat. But I went to the dollar store. I want to show you guys these little socks. I went there to get some cleaning supplies and something else. I like to get my cleaning supplies from Dollar Tree, like the Fabuloso. Obsessed. Saw these little socks and I said, you know what? I'm going to have them, wear them in here. And I had to get both of these. I said, this is going to be so comfy and cozy, especially in the wintertime now. And then they just match the aesthetic. So yeah, I got 2 pair. I'm actually going to wash these. I don't want to put these on right away. I like to wash my stuff after I get it. But yeah, I got that. And then I randomly saw this phone stand. Again, I tell myself this is $1.25, so it might be trash. But I wanted another like stand in here, and I was gonna get like an acrylic one from Amazon, but I'm like, let me try this one and see. Okay, how does this go? Oh, this is nice. Okay. This is nice though, only for $1. Oh, and you can Push it up and down. Okay. Okay. Well, if you guys are at Dollar Tree and you want a little phone stand, you can go and get it from there. But right now, I do want to get some reading done. Since I've been out all day and I haven't read anything, and I want to get more into Blood in the Water. So yeah, I'm going to take my shower, relax for the rest of the evening. Well, actually, I don't even think I think it's almost midnight, but it's the weekend, so I can stay up later. Real festive today, or last night. I put these on. These were my Christmas pajamas last year. My sister's obsessed with Christmas, so every year she gets us Christmas pajamas, and when I go to her house on Christmas Eve, we wear them. And she got these from TikTok. But y'all, TikTok, this says do not open the Christmas. Clearly this came from what, China or something like that. It's supposed to be do not open for Christmas, or do not open, it's Christmas. I don't know what they were trying to say. They're cute. But let me stop rambling so I can get a little bit of reading done. These are really neat, these annotation cassettes. I'm not gonna get them because I have so many, but this is really neat. This is neat too. This is so cute. Okay, you guys, so this is probably going to be the end of this weekend vlog because now it's Monday. I did get a good amount of Blood in the Water. That was like the book that I was focusing on for the weekend, and so far I really do like it. It's a cute little story. I really like the main character, is it Kalani? And like I always say, I love to see a black family that is not struggling. I mean, the fact that you have a family that has a house in Oak Bluffs. And I also like in the book they were mentioning how every summer the Obamas, they have a house, you know, like a summer house in Oaks Bluff that they go to. And if you guys know anything about Oaks Bluff, that's like the place where black people, you know, could go, especially back in the day, like the Gilded Age. A lot of times if you wanted to go up, like, you know, upstate New York, you couldn't go to the Hamptons, so we created our own area. It's a, you know, prestigious, affluent place. Like, you gotta have coins, okay, to be there. So yeah, really like that. Reading's going well. Did not finish the Tiffany D Jackson book, but it's totally fine. My thing is, I'm not in a race. I also made my reading goal for this year. I've already finished it, so that's a win-win in itself. Again, I wasn't in a race for that. I just wanted to finish it, you know, make my reading goal. And this year was 50 books. And I made that goal and I made it early. So that is a win-win in my book, okay? But lastly, I want to show you guys the candle that I made. So I picked it up today. And it came in a pretty little package. They packaged it up. And the guy also told me this, like, thank you card. It says, if you plant this, you can grow wildflowers. So I thought that was neat. I'll probably give it to my aunt because she likes to plant stuff. Because yeah, I don't like to do stuff like that, and I live in an apartment, so where am I gonna plant this? But my candle, I cannot wait to burn it. So my vibe that I was going for was a clean house vibe, like laundry, you know, that, like clean laundry just after you have, you know, reset your house. You just want something clean and fresh. That was my goal. And my notes was driftwood, clean cotton, cashmere, and vanilla fantasy. Y'all know I love vanilla, so I had to add vanilla in there. I wanted to burn it in here and see, which I will be going back to this place. It's called North End Market Candle Bar. So let me burn it. Again, I'm so excited to see how it smells. And I'm gonna put it over here where I usually sit and read my book. Okay, so that is the candle. And then I take you guys along to what was it called? What's this? Oh, Five Below, because I saw on TikTok annotation kits and I just wanted to see how they looked in person. I didn't get any because I don't need any tabs. I thought that was so neat when I saw that on TikTok. You have someone that is like, you know, a book lover, that'd be really good to put in like a stocking stuffer. I went into the little perfume section, and you guys know they have like dupes to perfumes, like really expensive perfumes. So yesterday I had smelled this perfume. It is Sweet Treat Sunday, and I didn't know what the dupe was, and I had put it on my body yesterday and it smelled really good, but I was like, let me just wait. And all day yesterday when I came back home, I kept on smelling it. I kept on thinking about it, and I said, you know what, the next day I'm gonna go and get this because it's only $5. And I was surprised because it lasts long. Also, I wanted to smell the like real version of it. By the way, this is Sabrina Carpenter's scent. Let me see. I wasn't aware that Sabrina Carpenter had a fragrance. You know, I really don't listen to her music. Okay, it's called Sweet Tooth Perfume, and this one is called, oh Lord, Sweet Treat Sunday. And if you like sweet smells, you'll probably like this. The reason why I liked it, usually I like people say like the old lady scents. I like a woodsy smell, but y'all know I like vanilla, right? This has some vanilla in it, and the packaging is so cute. It literally looks like her packaging. It is a candy bar. So I got two because I wanted one to put in here, and I'll like spray it in here, but I also wanted one that, you know, I can, you know, obviously use on my body. But y'all, this smells so good, and it's only $5. They have good dupes there. There was a Carolina Herrera one. I remember I got Good Girl. It's the real one is called Good Girl Gone Bad or something like that. I don't know what their one was called, but it smelled exactly like it. And like I was telling you guys earlier, there was a Ulta right next to the Five Below. I wanted to smell the real one to see if it smelled exactly the same. I went in there and I asked the young lady, you know, do you have the Sabrina Carpenter scent? And she said, oh yeah. And she said, oh, you must really like it because I smell it on you. And I didn't say anything, but I'm like, okay. It smells really, really good. It dries down. It's a sweet smell, has vanilla. You smell a little bit of a musk. I like vanilla scents because vanilla, to me, it smells like, it's so feminine, it's so like womanly, but it also smells like but it has a clean scent, and it smells like you actually took a bath and you really care about your hygiene. It's very the way I described it is really odd, but I know y'all get it. It just smells like you bathed. And then it has a woman scent that I really like a grown woman scent. If you guys are ever looking for like dupes to perfumes that you don't necessarily want to pay a lot of money for, I would say go to Five Below. But I had to go back and get this, y'all, because it does smell really good, and it lasts. It honestly does last. But yeah, guys, that is it when it comes to this weekend vlog. Thank you guys so much for spending the weekend with me. It was a good weekend. It always goes by fast, but still had a really good weekend. I got some reading done. I got everything else that I need to get done, and yeah, overall it was a really good weekend. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you, and I'll be back with more black books. Bye.